Without further ado, the man with the mouth. The man who has a name big enough for an entire state. The man who can entertain anyone. Please welcome the one and only Tony Toledo.
Here we go. Up. There's a part in this story where everybody gets to go like this. You go out and put your arms like this. You're going to say, I know that you're all the kindest, gentlest people in the world, but this is the snootiest fox in the world. So you're going to go like this. How many brains do you have? Everybody say that as snooty as you can. Go ahead. How many brains do you have? Now the other animals go like this, and very humbly they say, just one. So try that. Just one. And then the fox goes like this. Put your arms across, and then you're going to be snooty again and say, I have a ton of brains. Everybody try that. I have a ton of brains. The fox with a ton of brains. Once upon a time, there was a fox. Now, this is fox in sign language. You can try that. Pull on your nose. So there's fox. If you go long, it's wolf. So short's fox. There was a fox, and he was walking, and fox saw rabbit. And this is rabbit like this. And fox looks over and says, Rabbit, how many... Oh, you got to do this with me. How many brains do you have? And rabbit said, just one. How many brains do you have? And fox said, I have a ton of brains. And rabbit said, sure you do, and went running on down the path. Fox was walking along, and he saw a squirrel. Now, this is squirrel like that, so it's like the teeth eating the nuts. So fox saw a squirrel and said, how many brains do you have? And squirrel said, just one. How many brains do you have? And fox said, I have a ton of brains. And squirrel thought, sure you do, and ran up the tree. Now, fox was walking along, and fox met little tiny mouse. So here's mouse. I don't know why, but that's mouse across for sign language. Looked over and said, how many brains do you have? And mouse said, just one. How many brains do you have? And fox said, I have a ton of brains. And mouse said, this fox needs to be taught a lesson. And mouse said, come on, you want to go in the forest and swear on the magic spot that you have a ton of brains? And fox thought, oh, mouse knows that I have a ton of brains. And fox said, yeah, I'll go over here. Where? And mouse said, right here. Put your paw down right there and swear on the magic spot. That's an old-fashioned way for saying I promise. Swear that you have a ton of brains. And fox lifted up his paw, but the magic spot wasn't really a magic spot. The magic spot was really a trap. And when fox put his paw down, he was caught. Ah! And he said, Mouse, help me, Mouse. Mouse said, how can I help you? I only have one brain. You're the animal with a ton of brains. Get it out, Mouse. What am I going to do? You got to lie here quiet. You can't wink. You can't blink. You can't move a muscle. When the hunter comes, if he thinks you're dead, he will go ahead and poke you. And if you don't move, he'll open the trap and you can run away. So fox was lying there. He didn't wink. He didn't blink. He didn't move a muscle. And when the hunter came, he looked. I've never caught a fox before. Usually they're too smart to get caught. I wonder if he's dead. Poke, 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 poke. Everybody reach over and poke somebody beside you. Poke, 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 poke. But fox didn't move. The hunter opened up the trap, and that fox, zing, took off running. That's sign language for escape, so you got to try that. So the fox, zing, took off running, and from then on, that fox, whenever he met his friends, never again did he say, I have a ton of brains. From then on, when he met his friends, he just said, hello.